Good morning, everybody. I am going to head out to the Hoover Dam. I'm staying today and tomorrow. Tomorrow I fly out and I check out the Hoover Dam. I've never seen the Hoover Dam before. It's kind of cold today. Glad I put a long sleeve shirt. Said it's supposed to be 80 later. It's weird here in Vegas. It'll be like, cold in the morning, and then in the afternoon it'll be super hot. Anyway, head out to the Hoover Dam, check that out for a little bit. Something I noticed was most people are on board with this whole fending off, fighting off, being against the whole illegal immigration stuff, and especially the main states, New York, Chicago, or Illinois, I should say, California, Arizona. A lot of people are against the whole letting mass amount of people in, which I'm glad people are in support of not being for that, because we need to start doing something about it. But here's the problem. Some of these states, especially Illinois, are trying to consider provisions for specific entities or migrants with certain status to actually become police officers. You heard that right. Google it. Migrant police officers in Chicago. I went to go get in the cab, and the cab driver was like, "Oh, it's right over here. Just walk. And I'm like, it's way over there, and I got to be there in 15 minutes. The cab driver didn't want to take me over there because he didn't want to waste the time going over there to make little money and then come back. So I'm going to have to get in another cab. This was at the SEMA show, actually. This was at the SEMA show all week, they said. It just came back this morning for my rental. So it's an XTR 4x4. Pretty nice truck. I'll be able to give you guys like a full review on the truck. It's got 48,166 miles on it. It's got the naturally aspirated 3.3 liter in it. So that's good. I'm not expecting any problems out of this one because they run like a top. Coolant level's full. Started up good. Looks good. Feels good. Love the dash in this thing. Manual adjust seats. Wow. It's actually a nice, really nice truck. It's got four-wheel drive mode down here. Absolutely loving this truck. Yeah, but back to what I was talking about. Yeah, they are trying to make provisions for migrants to be police officers. That's something that was talked about several months ago. And then on top of that, some of the other issues that we're having, now that you've seen the heading, a lot of the news stations have dropped the article that was out before that they actually had out, and you can't find those anymore. Somebody made them pull them down. I wonder why. There's actually migrants claiming that the Chicago police officers have sexually done things to them. You know, this was like the beginning of September, the end of, I would say the end of August, early September, like the first week or so. There was allegations that police officers, or a police officer, or multiple police officers, were sexually abusing migrants. And then they did a full, deep investigation, probe into this whole thing, and there was no, through all the videos, all the tapes, all the investigation, there was nothing that the police officers actually did. So now the police officers are actually scared to do anything to stand up for what's right in the city and what they should and shouldn't be doing, because now they're threatening them. They're putting allegations against them. Now their hands are tied. They can't do what they need to do to be police officers, to police. And it's pretty sad that they get to a point like this. So this is like the kind of update. And this is going on in more than just, Chicago. This is going on in New York. It's going on in California. It's going on in Arizona. It's going on in Texas. It's going on in the main migrants, like the sanctuary states or the protected states, and also the states along the border. They're getting hammered by this stuff, and people just don't realize exactly what's going on, or they don't know the extent of what's going on. And that's why I try to tell people all the time, at the end of the day, if your biggest concern is your child's well-being, your state's welfare, and what options of assistance that you have to lower income and minority people and legal immigrants that are here, and you want the state and society to be a better place, it's not letting illegal immigrants in. It's not. And by you being okay with that and voting Democrat, and the Democrats continuing to let these states be sanctuary states, you're not helping anything out. You're just not. And I mean, Republicans are at fault too, don't get me wrong, for not stepping up and standing up more and more and making their voices heard, and somewhat condoning this to an extent. But the biggest issue that I see here is, honestly, voting Democrat in these states. It needs to change. The vote needs to change, and we need to start unfortunately putting these people back out where they belong. They need to go back home to their own places, not here. And what we need to do is we need to make it easier for people to come here legally in a controlled manner. Not like this. Not like this. All right, I'm going to the Hoover Dam. Y'all have a great day. I just wanted to touch on this subject. Be blessed.